Hi, welcome back to the Dance of Evolving. I am so excited about today's topic because it has to do with entering this next chapter of your life and how to truly manifest like your heart's desires and your dreams. Um, I'm living this right now, and I want to talk about and address how to live a life of like an abundance energy, even when you're in the unknown or you're in valleys. And I've broken it down into four main steps of how to manifest, and manifesting being actually the bridge from your dreams to reality. So I'm excited to get into this. If you are enjoying the content and it's assisting you on your spiritual journey, don't forget to subscribe and like any videos that resonate with you, and click on the notification bell to get any updates as well as I add more content. This does also help spread the message. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic. I want to focus on our innermost dreams. Dreams do not disappear. You're born with them. They're meant for you, and you take them wherever you go. We can see, hear, feel. If we quiet our minds enough, we can have these clues in our inner voice that tell us where we're destined to go, where our highest versions are called to go. And your dreams will find a way if we quiet our inner voice enough to hear this. And they actually can come true in this next chapter of your life. And so I want to be able to empower you to see this and to see that anything is truly possible. In this video today, you're actually going to learn how to manifest your dreams by taking a growth and giving mindset with the process of learning how to peel layers of disbelief to truly have the life that you envision. And to know that you actually have all the tools that you need now to bring to this life, and that you can accomplish your deepest desires. So I recently shared on social media, it posted like an example of, I have taken on the habit of displaying in front of myself my core values, questions that I ask myself each day to make sure I line up with my core values, and even my overall soul's mission. And you know, as I've done this, it's really helped me. And I've decided that my overall soul's mission is to authentically assist others with breaking through disbeliefs and patterns, and to uncover the purest form of a human soul. And you know, like my core values are like to make sure I'm authentic, that I'm balanced, that I'm growing and giving. And then the questions that I'm asking myself are, you know, are my actions, my intentions each day, my behaviors, the patterns that I see myself in, are they lining up with my core values and my soul's mission? But on top of that, today, as I was like thinking about this content and thinking about this next chapter of my life, I also started to think, well, this soul's mission is a very good overall targeted mission. I think about day to day, my why and my intention. And this mission also requires a smaller soul goal of just spreading and magnifying joy, as well as cultivating joy within myself as I'm present and fully just in each day. So that really spoke to me. And it also has a lot to do with being able to really follow through with this next chapter of my life. And so knowing what your values are. So before I even go into the four main steps, knowing what your values are, your non-negotiables, it's like your compass for your heart and your mind and your soul and your body. I mean, and being able to stay in line with those core values and how you cultivate joy and spread and magnify that joy to others, because that creates an energy that you give off and that attracts things to you. So I've personally taken on, like I said, the core values of balance, you know, inner peace, to have that inner peace, to continue to grow and give, and to have authenticity is just a main thing too. I always want to make sure I stay myself. So staying true to who you are each day is easier when you know who you are. We take so many moments. I started to think about, you know, all of my appointments, like with clients and things that I schedule. We take so many moments to meet with other people, to schedule appointments, but have we ever really scheduled time during each day to meet with ourselves, get down and dirty with ourselves and really think about what's going on? And after realizing this, I've been slotting out time to meet with myself and to heighten my awareness of my subconscious habits, my behavior patterns. And I'd love to be able to share how many of these meetings have clarified those 4 main steps to truly manifesting when it comes to our deepest and most fulfilling dreams. So let's go ahead and just talk about, what does manifesting actually mean? Because I used to think manifesting was like this fluffy, like law of attraction. You sit back, you wait for things to come to you, think about them. It's not at all, actually. Manifesting is actually acquiring the experience that you want to feel, and then being and living and believing that experience, allowing that experience to form as life also unfolds. I also realize that manifesting uses power energy in the presence with like higher power, with your higher self. And it's almost like you're co-creating with that energy. It is, as life is unfolding, you are in line with yourself, and the manifestation process is active. You are very clear with what your dreams are, what you want to manifest, but also at the same time, you're passive in the role of surrender and what you need to let go of, and what needs to be active each day. And as you're in line with yourself, this actually becomes clear. It's a really cool way to unfold this new chapter of your life. So the thing is that like I started to think about life and how you can have like that moment at any time. And what I mean by that moment is like a miraculous miracle, like moment. Miracles occur naturally. Every moment could be a miracle. When miracles are not occurring, something's actually wrong. Life is supposed to feel like an unfolding series of miracles. And these are even during valley times, guys. There's always a miracle that can be just like cherished. Our first step, we can grab hold of these miracles, and our first step is clarity, like clarity in what is this next miracle, what is this next dream that we want to manifest. So this goes into our first step to our next chapter, manifesting our dreams, and that's clarity. And with clarity, it's the secret ingredient. Our first call to action is to frame our dreams. Picture what you view as your next chapter. Even ask yourself, if only I would, and then actually know that it's possible. Once I started to picture this in my head, I actually wrote it out, and I will be able to show you at the very end. I put it on a big whiteboard. So that's my first thing. I'm very clear with my dreams right now. So you want to put these into words. Describe the dreams that you're envisioning. Be detailed, be very specific with your words and with your word choices, and clarity, and be as clear as you can for yourself. Because then what this will do, as you're very clear, it will actually, hold on, I'm going to pause this and I want to show you how clear I was when I actually wrote out my dreams. Here we go. So as you can see, I just put this up on, it was like a whiteboard I used for coaching, and I put my soul's dreams. My basic ones is like magnify pure joy anywhere I am. Continue to experience liberation through a surrender of life's unfolding, meaning I got to keep surrendering to what I can't control. And then also then, of course, be able to have the liberation that I need. And then solidify a foundation. This goes with like any relationship as far as interdependence, and to be able to come to the table with a relationship, any type of connection without a place of need, to be able to solidify a foundation within myself that's unbreakable, like knowing my soul's true worth. And then the next one is living in a healthy state of being. So this goes into movement. I mean, right now, guys, I'm wearing ankle weights just to walk around. I'm not playing around, see? And that is because I don't love going to the gym. I mean, I just don't, but I love to dance. So I will dance at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day. And I walk around with ankle weights, and I'll lift weights, as I'm walking around. And that's a way for me to stay in a healthy state of being, and also with my eating and balance, movement, strength, all of it. And I think of my why. And then the biggest thing too, I want to share the tools that have liberated layers of myself with the world. And then my last two are more specific dreams that I have. I want to create an online community and then eventually one day write and publish a book. So those are my dreams, and I tried to make them very, very clear. So now that we've addressed the first step, clarity, let's talk about step two. Once you are clear on what you want the next chapter of your life to look like and how clear you are with it, you're going to start to notice that some things and some patterns in your life are not working to move you toward this next chapter. So my step two is to release and heal and think, what isn't working? And this is because if we get clear, we can recognize our limitations, our disbeliefs, anything blocking or preventing us from this dream. Once we do this, it's easier to believe in miracles. Once we have clarity and we actually do the inner work daily, it's easier to release those limiting beliefs day by day, cleaning them up. And this is our call to action. This is our first step to action, because until we get rid of these disbeliefs and the things that are blocking us, we're going to continue the patterns that keep us from moving forward. And that's something that I didn't realize to actually remove them. So actually focusing on the healing process and noticing what isn't working is a very powerful thing. The more that we are open to the healing process too, the more that we're going to be naturally led to what we need to hear and see and feel to truly heal. Like we'll turn on YouTube and a podcast will come on that we exactly needed to hear, or we'll run into someone who leads us and mentors us to our next step of healing. It's like a piece of a puzzle, the more that we are open to healing. And we can then release what's not working, because we will no longer want it resisting us from our dreams. So that goes into, again, so step one, we actually need to have clarity of what our dreams are. Write it out, be detailed. Step two, release and heal what isn't working, what blocks us from those dreams. Step three, as we continue the dance of releasing and surrendering to heal, that brings us to then our third step is to have the knowing that the universe, that our divine has our back. So as we continue this dance of releasing and surrendering to heal, it's not just to have faith, it's not just to have hope, but to know, have that knowing that the universe, our divine, has our back. This knowing helps us embrace abundance, even in the process when we don't see it physically in front of us. So during the struggle, one soul can still feel abundance and peace. And with that inner knowing, we don't let the outside world dictate our internal condition. We recognize each disbelief or thought, take care of our internal state daily as we take time to meet with ourselves, as we go into that meeting with ourselves. Our goal, and it's part of one of my dreams, is to have that internal foundation that is so strong that we have our own support outside of any external experience. We are unshakable. We can feel abundant in a struggle. We know that if we hold the energy and we let the outside world reflect the amazing that's on the inside, that manifestation can become a reality. Take that in. If we let the outside world reflect the amazingness that we've cultivated inside of us, we know that we're going to be actively doing what we should be doing that day, surrendering what we need to surrender that's blocking us, and our manifestation will become a reality. That leads us then to the final step. The fourth step to our next chapter is patience. That wait time, trying to control and manifest it sooner, not going to work. Knowing that you're lined up each day exactly where you need to be, and then just waiting. That's what I mean by the passive part of it. And if we are certain of the outcome, we can wait and wait without any anxiety. And however, the opposite is if we lack patience, we're going to continually try to manipulate to block any abundance. If we can move back into that scarcity mindset, and we'll actually slow the process, because then we'd shifted our energy, and that's the energy we're going to reflect. We've shifted it to scarcity and worry. So, and it's okay if you catch yourself doing that, go back to the abundance mindset, knowing that you already have all the tools that you need and you don't need to have the timeline. So if we take these steps to move forward to our next chapter, let's think. First, get clear with what your dreams are and what your soul and heart desires. Second, we take the time to release what is not working, what is holding us back. We continue that dance that requires us to meet ourselves and keep a self-awareness and grow and give each day. Third, we know that the universe, that our divine has our back and that we can embrace abundance in the process, even the valleys. And then fourth, we simply wait and show patience, knowing that we are certain of the outcome, but we also wait in a state of action, following our hearts and our souls, knowing each step and our part of manifesting these dreams. This is an important message, guys, because it's essential to feel at ease to truly manifest. And these steps will help you keep the ease and flow within the process. It's also important to remember to keep dreaming. Give yourself permission to desire magical things in your life. Start asking yourself what really lights you up. You see, dreams are connected to your soul. And clarifying these dreams and knowing your steps each day, it plants a beacon in your future. Like you're already one step ahead. And it mechanically pulls you toward and through your fears. Each time you go toward one and through one fear, you're more courageous for the next one. And you're breaking patterns. It's powerhouse moves. Powerhouse moves. So manifestation is actually the bridge between your dreams and your reality. And start to rehearse in your mind. What is it going to look like to go through these steps? What struggles might I come across? How will I overcome them? So join me on the next video, because that's what I'll be focusing on Thursday, is to find out ways to smooth out the process of fulfilling those dreams, how to prepare yourself for the valleys, how to focus on the action of manifesting in a balanced and peaceful way. After gaining this knowledge, you'll be able to trust your inner voice and believe in yourself regardless of anything external that may come your way. So thank you for making it to the very end. And if you're enjoying the content and it's assisting you in your spiritual journey, again, if you haven't yet subscribed or liked any of the content or hit the notification bell, just please do so to spread the message. And until this Thursday, stay strong, warrior souls, and continue to add value with your presence as you journey through this spiritual dance of growing and giving. And every day, we'll just continue to get to be a little bit stronger. So thank you for joining me today.